Hello, my friends in Greece. Chris Liebing here from Frankfurt in Germany. Um, Clubbers.gr asked me to answer you some questions, as I also was very happy to be invited to do Setscast podcast. It's going to be number 13, and you probably can find the link somewhere down below or up there. I don't know. But I'm happy to answer some of your questions too. So, what is a typical day like in quarantine for me? Usually I get up and I have my morning routine, meaning I do a sun salutation, which is a yoga routine. It stretches your body and kind of wakes you up. I squeeze a lemon, which I'm drinking with a lot of water. So you're hydrated after a long night of sleep. And then I go for a run. Usually it takes me half an hour to an hour. And when I come back, I have my breakfast, which I prepared a little earlier, which mostly is muesli with a lot of fresh fruit. And only then, after this, I'm starting my day in a regular way and check my emails and my phone. So that's how my day starts. And then the rest is basically working on emails, working on music, as I'm just finalizing my second album for Mute Records, which hopefully is going to be out early 2021. So I was busy enough to do a lot of stuff, including a lot of remixes and things. So that is my typical day, and that is usually the space that I'm hanging out in. How an artist can stay creative during the quarantine? That is a good question. I think everybody needs to find his own ways. My way was, as I just explained to you, I found a morning routine. If I don't do that, then my day is totally chaotic. Otherwise, I should really try to stay present. I meditate quite a bit, and I'm trying not to be overwhelmed by the news out there, and keep kind of like a focused head on the things that I want to do and the things that I want to achieve during the time that I'm home, which I usually never have time to when I'm on the road or touring. What can you predict about the future of electronic music scene? I am not really good in predicting stuff, really. But judging by how the electronic music scene has been over the past 20, 25 years in the time that I've been part of it, I've learned that it's a scene filled with amazing people, a positive vibe, a clear, peaceful message of unity and happiness. And I suppose once the pandemic is over, this will be the continuation of this. And electronic music is here to stay. Nobody can dispute that. And it brings people together of all backgrounds, religions, races. And I think that's going to be what electronic music is going to be doing even more in the future. Can you tell us the idea behind your Setscast and what are we going to expect from your 90-minute set? The idea behind it is you are entering a club. The music has just been starting. The DJ has just started playing. And you're just slowly getting into things. You're slowly getting into it. And I cut it after 90 minutes. So essentially you want more. So it's basically the beginning of your night. And there were some quickfire questions. I thought I already quick-fired the last questions from the Greek people to me. All right, so let's answer those. I'm trying to quick-fire here. Which was your first record? My very first vinyl record was by a band called Survivor, and the album title was Eye of the Tiger. You probably all remember that track from the very first Rocky movie that has been out. That was my very first vinyl. And then later some Queen vinyls came and all that kind of stuff. You can tell it was early 80s. When did you decide to start DJing professionally? Actually, I've never really made that decision. It kind of got me. It kind of saved me, to be honest. I was already DJing, if you want to call it like this, on early school parties when we were like 14, 15, and we gathered in somebody's home. I usually was the one who chose the music to be played. I was the one behind the tape decks. fast forwarding and rewinding so I could play the next track. I kind of felt that was my function. And in the early 90s, I had my first paid DJ gigs, basically, in a nearby club in my little village where I grew up. So I probably fast fired the third question already, which is how old were you when you got your first gig? I'm really late starter in anything in life. And when I played my first gig that I got paid for, I was probably 20 years old. But as I told you just now, I was already DJing way before that when I was like 14, 15. So it's been quite a while. And the last quickfire question is, what was your favorite, more memorable gig or gigs in Greece? You have so many amazing memories enjoying your music here. Thank you so much. I have amazing memories enjoying playing music for you in Greece. I have a lot of amazing memories, to be honest. I mean, it goes back to the early 2000s when I had my first gigs in Thessaloniki and in Athens. My most recent gig was actually on Corfu with the Box Sets crew, which was pretty amazing to see how the scene has developed on this little island. And some other of my great memories are obviously on my 25th December gigs, December 25th in Athens with the Blend crew, which usually went till the very early morning hours, maybe sometimes late morning hours of the 26th. And I'm really sad. I'm going to miss it this year, but I'm sure we're going to make up for it in 2021. And I hope you are all healthy and you're staying healthy. And I wish you all well, and I can't wait to be back in Greece. Thank you so much for having me, and be safe out there. Bye.